Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for following and for subscribing to our channel. This is Just Ask G. This is a series of videos that we do answering any and all the questions that you have regarding real estate. We have our beautiful Guinivere Stevenson. She's a realtor Denver, and she's here because she is a professional. She knows what she does, and she knows how to answer your questions. But not Guinevere. Remember that we all call her G. So G, how are you? How are you? Say hi to your viewers.
Hello. It's good to see everybody again today. I'm super excited about today's topic. We've had a lot of questions regarding this, which is specific to down payment assistance. So when you are purchasing and you need a little extra help with that down payment to get a lower mortgage payment, there is some very cool programs out there that almost anybody can qualify for. It's super cool. And Alondra, I'm going to let you remind me, what was the specific question we just got this week?
So we got a question from Maria from Barnum. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, G. Is that Barnum,
That's
right?
correct.
Okay,
Yep.
So she is asking, are there any down payment assistance loan program that can she apply for?
Absolutely. And I'm glad you kind of threw loan in there too. So yes, down payment assistance is part of the loan package. So you can qualify for the down payment assistance as well as the loan, and the two come together, work and behave as one, which is super great. And what's nice about it is it allows you to keep your cash in your bank account, especially if you want to save some money to buy your own appliances or paint the living room. You can use this down payment assistance to keep your cash in the bank to use for extra stuff that you're going to want to do after you move in, or keep that vacation fund so that you can get out of here in August.
Definitely. So who do you have planned to be our guest today so we can help Maria?
Absolutely. So we have Kelli Nesbitt. She's with Hometown Lenders. She has and is able to participate in 3 different down payment assistance programs, 2 of which I'm very familiar with, and 1 is brand new and very interesting. They all kind of work the same, but let's bring her in. Let's bring her in to explain these for us, because she's definitely the expert on how they work and how you qualify.
Awesome. I'm going to tab Kelli in right now. So Maria, if you're watching us, just grab a pen and pencil and grab a notepad and start writing. And all of you out there as well, just listen and get ready because we have good stuff for you today. So just waiting for Kelli to join us right now. Hi, Kelli. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
Yes, so happy to have you here. And thank you so much, Kelli. And G already introduced you, but I will remember our viewers. She is Kelli Nesbitt. She's a mortgage loan originator at Hometown Lenders. Welcome, Kelli. If you can tell us a little bit more about yourself so people can know you better.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm a loan officer now. My background is I was a teacher for 6 years, taught 5 in Texas and 1 in Mexico. Then I stayed home and raised my 4 beautiful daughters, and then kind of got back into the real world and came into lending, which I absolutely love. But my teaching background is great because it helps me have lots of patience for especially first-time home buyers, and the way to educate them and teach them in different ways and things like that. So yeah, I love my job. I have, like I said, the 4 beautiful daughters, and I have 1 precious little grandson. It's the light of my life. He's adorable.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Y yo hablo español, so I do speak Spanish.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I was going to ask you because you said you lived in Mexico, so hablas español. That's great. That's awesome. That's super good. And G, G is planning to have to start speaking Spanish, to start learning Spanish. I'm kind of just pushing her there, so para que empecemos a hablar español, so we can start speaking Spanish, all of us, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great skill to have. It's fun.
So we have a question for you today. It's from Maria. And G, I pass along the microphone to you, babe.
So Maria is in Barnum. She's writing in from the Barnum neighborhood, Denver area. Not that matters, but sometimes that helps. Her specific question is, are there down payment assistance programs that I could qualify for? Yes. So what I kind of shared before we brought you in is that, yes, absolutely, there are programs, but you are the expert of those. and that I'm super excited for you to share with us the third one that I didn't know about until today before we jumped on the phone.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I think also, I would love to start with first, a lot of people are under the false impression that they have to be a first-time home buyer to qualify for a down payment assistance program. And that's not the case. So that's like a myth buster out there that a lot of people think that they, if they've already owned a home, they don't qualify for a down payment assistance program. So that's not the case. So just wanted to kind of dispel that myth before we go into the programs. Definitely can qualify for first-time home buyers. There's three main ones that us lenders use here in Colorado. There's CHFA, stands for Colorado Housing Authority Financing. There is Metro DPA, and then there's Chenoa. Most of the differences between these programs comes down to what's called DTI. DTI is debt to income. And that is it's a percentage of, if you take all of your bills and you add in what your payment for your home will be, what percent of that of your income. So for CHFA, for example, their DTI qualification is 55%. So if you have a DTI of 55% or lower, you can go through CHFA. CHFA will give you 4% of the loan amount for you to use as a down payment. That's our down payment assistance program. So it's a great way to get some money. The other difference with CHFA is it's a loan you do repay. So it's a second silent on your mortgage. And stop me if I talk too fast or if you have questions. Because
I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
So when you say 55%, 55% income or 55% debt. So what does that percentage attach to, just so people understand?
Right. It's your debt to your income. So 55% of your debt to what your total income is.
Okay. So if my total income, if 55% of my total income is debt, I qualify. If 55% or more of my income is going to debt, I won't qualify.
Exactly. Perfect.
Got it.
Right. Yep. So that's what they're looking for. So that's the CHFA program, like the 4%, and you have to pay that back.
Let's stop. Let's give you a pause.
And so since you are getting that money, that is what is called a second lien on your home. A second mortgage, the silent second they call it. And that is something that when you go to sell your home, that you will have to pay back. So not until then you have to pay that back. It's kind of added. It's like, that's what they call it, a silent second, because it's nothing that you're really dealing with until it's time to either you refinance the home or you're leaving the home.
I was going to say, and you don't pay interest on that, correct?
No, correct. Absolutely. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that is the CHFA program. So that's a great program for down payment assistance program. So the other program that they have is called Metro DPA. And their program is a little different because the DTI is lower. So depending upon the credit score, the DTI is either 45% or 50%. And the other difference is that one, after 3 years, you do not have to pay that loan back, which is great.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for somebody who has that nice lower debt to income. If somebody has the higher debt to income, then they have to go CHFA. If their debt to income is lower, qualify for Metro DPA. And it's something after 36 months that they don't need to pay that back. Great program.
And Metro DPA would apply for anybody who's purchasing like in Denver Metro. So if you live in Parker, the Metro DPA isn't going to work for you because you're outside of the zip code range, correct?
Actually, no, they've expanded upon that. Yes, they've expanded.
Awesome.
They've expanded upon that. Yeah, so it is for other cities,
outlying areas. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but yeah, no, it definitely is other cities and counties. So
that's good to know because that didn't used to be the case. So awesome.
And the other thing that they do look at is income. So if the income typically is $150,000, if you make more than that, then you don't qualify for down payment assistance program. So they're looking at your income limits and that type of thing. That's Metro DPA. Okay.
And then Janella is the one you mentioned today before we got in front of the cameras. Mm-hmm. And I haven't heard of that one before. I haven't had a client use it before. I didn't even know that it existed. So I'm all ears and I'm ready to hear all about this.
Yeah, so it's kind of similar to the Denver, to the Metro DPA. Same thing. It's a Chenoa fund. It's only FHA loans, not conventional loans. So they use FHA, and they'll either give you a 3.5% down payment assistance or 5% down payment assistance. So
up to 5%. That's
up
bigger
to
than
5%. Mm-hmm.
that's bigger than Chafa and Denver and Metro.
It is, yep.
Okay.
And again, it has, depending upon your FICO score, you can either have a 45% or 50% DTI.
Okay.
So
still need a better debt ratio, but
yes,
get more
to qualify.
assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So that is another great program that they have. And again, this one is forgiven as well.
When is it forgiven? Is it a 3-year term, just like
it's a
Metro?
3-year? It's a 3-year term on the 3.5% down payment assistance, and for the 5%, it's after the initial 120 payments, and you may not have a late payment. So that's super important to remember, because if you have a late payment, then they're going to make you pay the loans back. So it's super important.
So if you're a good kid, it's kind of like a grant. Very cool.
Yeah, so those are in the nutshell are the down payment assistant programs, and they're great programs. And they kind of had a bad name to them. A lot of realtors would shy away from them because they're like, oh, the loan's too hard, it's not going to go through. But they've changed things, especially Chafa. It's super easy. Chafa follows our own guidelines and our underwriting. So you just pass the file on to them, and it's beautiful. So if it's something sometimes I think people hear it and they go, oh, no, I don't want to do that. It's not going to go through and whatnot. So it's got a bad rep, but it's gotten much better. So it's really, there's some great programs out there to help people in their home.
I would totally agree, especially because in essence, it's free money. You're not paying interest on this. You get it to use it to get into your home. Now, if you're buying and you're going to sell in a year, don't use this program because you got to pay it back.
Right.
If you know that you're going to be in this home for 3 to 5 years, whichever program you use, this is a great tool for you. Like I was saying in the beginning, keep your money in the bank to do the painting that you want to do, to go on the vacation you want to go on.
Buy some furniture.
Exactly. And take advantage of, quote unquote, free money. Even, if you do pay it back, give yourself plenty of time to accrue appreciation so that you're not out of pocket, you're not upside down. But like I said, if you're planning to sell before the 3 to 5 year mark, this may not be the way to go. Right. Did you agree, Kelly?
100%. Yep. And another thing that with our crazy Denver market, it's just a lot of people are using this down payment assistance program to help them with an appraisal gap because they don't have the cash. Yeah, they don't have the cash to do the appraisal gap, but the money that they save for their down payment, then they can use that for an appraisal gap and then use the money that the down payment assistant programs are giving them to make the down payment. So that helps their offers and when they're looking for the home be a little more competitive in this market. So that's a nice way to use this as well.
Absolutely. It is a good technique to help with the competition and have the cash you need to do the little extras to win. Very cool. What do you think, Alondra? We just fired off a whole bunch of stuff at you. How did you take it?
Wow. Well, that's why I said that I always have my notepad here because I had to write everything down. But the great thing is that we can contact Kelli directly. And then where can we find you, Kelli? How can we contact you?
Yes, I give you my cell number, and I also have a website, but call or text me anytime, especially after hours or on the weekends. Because honestly, when people are working 8 to 5, that's not when they're able to discuss or have questions about their loan, mortgage, or anything. It's when they get home from work and they're talking to their significant other or their parents or what have you. So I'm gonna give my cell phone number. It's 303-807-9717.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kelli. And underneath in the description, I'm going to leave you her website and her phone number as well. So you can contact her directly if you have any questions or you want to know more how we can help. Remember that these are tools that we give you and we answer any and all questions you have real estate related. We help you. Guinevere finds the perfect professional, the perfect person that is going to help you get into that home that you dream of. So Guinevere, if you say goodbye to our people.
Goodbye. Have a wonderful day. And thank you for tuning in. And Kelli, thank you so much for jumping in with us today.
Thank you
and tackling this.
No problem.
It comes up all the time.
Adios, everybody. Maria,
Adios.
We hope that we answered your question. And remember, again, underneath the description, you have all our contact information if you want want to know more. So see you next week. And thank you so much for tuning Just Ask G. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, Kelly. What a great
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Bye.